Back in. Play fake. They dump it off in the end zone. Touch.
Because of the nature of this game and his coach wanting to see what he's got.
On second down, Shedeur Sanders finds Harrison. Touchdown.
What's up, everybody? We are back with some more sports talk from college football this weekend, guys. We got a lot of good games that are flying under the radar. College football is back, man. This has been a very exciting year, from Alabama going down earlier in the year to Texas, Georgia, still being the same dominant team. We got Colorado with Deion Sanders causing a lot of noise, drawing a lot of attention to the Colorado team. They started off 3-2 after only winning one game last year. Went down to the wire with USC, could have been either way, and they're missing on their star player, Travis Hunter. Got the typical SC Texas dominating this year. Texas looks like Texas is back. Texas looks like they're definitely back. We got USC with Caleb Williams looking very, very great over there. That team is very solid. The defense is a little suspect. We see them allow Colorado last week to put up 41 points against them, the same team that could only get 6 points up against Oregon. Speaking of Oregon, we got Bo Nix and the Oregon Ducks doing a great job over there. And even this week, we got some good games. We got Maryland taking on my favorite team, Ohio State. In case you guys don't know, Maryland is 5-0. They're 5-0. And if I'm not mistaken, right now, they're up on my Buckeyes 7-0. Ohio State lose, guys, I'm going to go crazy. I love my Buckeyes. I don't think we were that great this year. I do feel like we may drop a game or two. We may squeeze into the playoffs undefeated and get blown out. That's one of my biggest fears. But somehow, somewhere we always pull off. You got teams like Missouri undefeated. They're taking on LSU right now, and I believe they're up 15-7 against LSU. LSU's a solid team, not a great team, but a very solid team. We have another amazing matchup between the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Longhorns. Texas is undefeated, Oklahoma is undefeated. This is looking like the old school rivalry that we used to have between the two places, Texas and Oklahoma. It had been a little lopsided for a while, but it's looking like it's been. With Oklahoma being 5-0, Texas being 5-0, and they're playing in Texas, if I'm not mistaken, and score 7-7, so it could go either way. So let's not sleep on that game. Texas is ranked number 3 in the country. Oklahoma is ranked number 12 in the country. Two very, very good teams, guys. In that game, like I said, it's been pushed under the radar. Another good game that we have coming up: Washington State versus UCLA. Now UCLA only has one loss. Washington State is undefeated. Washington State looks very strong this year, but this could be a game that just sneaks under them and they end up losing. Not saying they're going to lose, but it's a high probability that they will lose if they're trying to get past UCLA. Remember, this UCLA team only has one loss, guys. You got teams like UNC playing against Syracuse. I think Syracuse just suffered their first loss last week, if I'm not mistaken. USC is undefeated with a 4-0 record. They're playing at home, but you never know what happens when you're playing against these teams that are good and people don't like to give them their credit. And that seems to be what's happening with Syracuse. People don't want to say they're as good as they really are. They're looking like a solid team. We got Alabama, who lost earlier this year to number 3 ranked Texas, which Alabama is still ranked right outside of the top 10 with a 4-1 record at number 11 team in the country. They're facing against Texas A&M, who is 4-1. We know Texas A&M has had a history of pulling off some upsets, and actually Alabama was one of those teams they upset before in the past. Florida State is the number 5 team in the country. Florida State has been playing outstanding ball. The team is very solid. They're well coached. they play against Virginia Tech, this should be a walk in the park for them. That's gonna be a good. So now, kind of get into the big boy games that I don't think people realize how serious this game is. We are finally seeing the number 1 ranked team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, finally facing some stiff competition. They are playing 5-0 ranked 20th Kentucky Wildcats. Now, Kentucky has shown that they are a very good team this year. They have shown, and they continue to show us. If they pull off this win versus Georgia, I think we may see Kentucky jump all the way into the top 5. You gotta think, guys, they're on the road playing in Georgia. 5-0 versus 5-0. If they win on the road, whether it's by field goal or whether it's by 30, they will be in the top 5. My prediction for this game, I have a big upset, guys. I got Kentucky taking it 36-34 on the last second field goal. Kentucky 36-34 over the Georgia. Now, if Georgia wins, it gives Georgia some kind of credibility saying they're trying to be the team this year because they have been playing tomato cans. Next up, we have another very solid game this weekend. We got the Notre Dame Fighting Irish with a 5-1 record. Their only loss coming to my Ohio State Buckeyes, going up against an undefeated number 25 ranked team in the country, Louisville. Louisville is looking very solid this year, but they still have some question marks. Notre Dame has been facing some stiff competition. They even had a nail biter last week. I think Notre Dame takes out Louisville, handing them their first loss of the year. I don't think Louisville has enough. I don't think their defense can compete with Notre Dame's defense, and I think it's going to be a pretty. I think it's going to be like a 38-10 game in favor of Notre Dame. I just don't think Louisville's. I think they're just one of those 5-0 teams that they just like to be 5-0. Yeah, nothing else I can say about them. I don't think they're that good. I don't think they're that good, guys. So, moving on. Number 2 ranked Michigan's playing Minnesota. That's not going to be much of a game. It's going to be pretty much a blowout. Now, another team to watch out for, the Miami Hurricanes. They are 4-0. They're the number 17 ranked team in the country. When Miami gets hot and becomes a juggernaut again, college football is going to be a scary place. Miami Hurricanes used to once be one of the most dominant teams in history. They had arguably one of the best college teams ever. They fell from grace a while ago, but this could be a year for them. We'll see how they match up against this Georgia Tech team. And this will let us know Miami's really back. So, top things off, we have Fresno State, number 24 ranked team in the country with a 5-0 record, going up against Wyoming at Wyoming's home field. Should be another blowout win for Fresno State. Wyoming's not that good. Don't be deceived by that 4-1 record. The number 15 Oregon State Beavers are going up against California Cal. Oregon State is 4-1, taking on 3-2 Cal. This could be a tricky one for Oregon State, but Oregon State does look very solid this year and may pull off a close one against Cal. And lastly, we have number 9 ranked team in the country, USC, 5-0 record, going up against Arizona with a 3-2 record. Let's just say USC is going to have this one by a long blowout. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Who you think is going to be the big winners this weekend, and who are you rooting for? Peace. Talk to you guys.